Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. So I have been off for a few days due to some personal work, so I could not upload videos, but now I'm again back. So I'll be trying out my first team in the Fossil Cup, and this team is going to have my Shadow Legacy Poliwrath with counter, which is actually super for Fossil Cup because it's able to defeat steel types and rock types and also resisting water while leave neutral damage with counters to mud boys like Whiscash, or maybe Quagsire as well. But since it's being water and fighting, its need coverage from part flyers, maybe Pelipper, grass types like Cradily and Ferrothorn, alongside Jellicent over here, which is going to hard resist this Poliwrath over here. That is the reason I'm using this team up with my own Ferrothorn and Jellicent to counter those maybe Pelipper, Jellicent and Lanturn as well. So this is the thought process that I had while building this team up, and this team worked out decently good for me because I went up 3 positive sets and 1 negative set with it, which I think is quite good of thing for Poliwrath over here. And since Poliwrath is very new, so I'm also kind of adapting to its moveset as well, so it certainly will take some time, but nevertheless yeah, that will be for the introduction of this team. So moving on with the first battle, I will be picking up a lead against Golem over here, which is huge because Golem does not have anywhere to go with this team because I do have really good answers for my back as well. But since I am part water in my back, so I will be going for the first Thunder onto this Araquanid, and I'll be safe swapping out into my own Jellicent because I want to save up some health onto my own Ferrothorn over here while doing so much while doing a bit of extra damage, maybe extra energy with my Jellicent, and I'll be going for the first Shadow Ball over here. But since they have debuffed me twice, I believe this is not going to be enough to take out the bulky Araquanid over here from this kind of range. So let's see. Yeah, it could not knock it out, so but nevertheless I can easily go for a farm down over here, to which they will be going for the next Bull Beam, which does not do enough damage, and now they comes back with their own Golem. So Golem will not appreciate this incoming serve, though it's triple debuffed right now, but still it does so much damage, and I'll be now safe swapping out into my own Ferrothorn as well. So for Ferrothorn, I don't have anything to worry about because Wild Charge, Rock Blast, everything is resisted, and now I can easily go for a bit of extra energy, and I'll be going for the next Power Whip over here. So Power Whip might get the shield, or maybe yeah, they let it go, and the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Golisopod over here. So for Golisopod, I'll be going for the first Power Whip, but they will be doing so much neutral damage with the Shadow Claws over here, to which now I might be able to reach to the next Power Whip just in time, but they will be going for the first X-Scissor, so which I'll shield because I have enough energy for the next Power Whip, and they goes for back-to-back X-Scissors right now. So that was a CMP tie, so I shield up, and now I'll be going for the next move, which I thought will be Thunder, but I clicked on Power Whip earlier, to which now they will be going for the next Shadow Claw and take me out as well, to which now I'll be coming back with my Jellicent, clearing the debuff, and I'll be going for the first Shadow Ball that does so much damage over here, and I'll be easily coming back with my Poliwrath, get the farm down with counters, and they realize their feet and top lefts the game over here. Moving on with the next battle, I pick up a really tough lead with Magcargo over here, and it'll be quickly safe swapping into my own Jellicent. So for Jellicent, they have a Quagsire in the back, which is not a great answer because I'll be going for the first beat move of Surf right now, which does get the shield, which is huge because now I do not have to worry about a Stone Edge or a Mud Bomb because I can easily survive that, and they went for a Mud Bomb. So I'll be going for a bit of extra energy, and now I'll be going for the next Surf. So Surf from this kind of range will not be able to knock it out, which I knew, and now from this kind of range I have to shield up the next move, which is going to be a Mud Bomb. But now I'll shield up and I'll be going for a bit of extra energy, and I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball, which is good because Shadow Ball will be doing enough neutral damage from this kind of scenario to take out the Quagsire, and they will be coming back with their Magcargo, and I have enough energy for double super effective Surf, which I think they will definitely shield up, which is great because now I have got myself into switch and shield advantage right now, which is absolutely perfect for me because now I can align my Shadow Poliwrath onto this Magcargo, and they goes for the first overheat that does quite a bit of hefty damage as well, and I'll be going for the first power up punch right now over here, to which now I'll be switching out into my Ferrothorn right over here, which can soak up the thunders coming in. But since I went for one power up punch, so I will be in a dominating advantage right now. So I do have 100 energy right now, but now I'll be going for the next thunder over here, which does neutral razor damage, but it does chip away as well, because my win condition over here is going to be my own Poliwrath over in this scenario, and now I can easily let this next charge move go through and I can survive it as well. And now I think I'll be going for one thunder and I'll be swapping out again into my own Poliwrath over here, which I believe will be enough to get the knockout, and now I can easily come back with my own Poliwrath, shield up the next move whatever they are going for in. So this may be a Stone Edge, which it is, or maybe a Rock Blast, but now I can easily go for the first power up punch, which does a bit of chip damage. But the good part is I will be boosting my attack and I'll be going for the next counter that takes out the Magcargo over here from this kind of scenario and gives me the win as well. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Poliwrath, but Poliwrath with counter is actually doing super effective damage to my Ferrothorn as well. So first I'll be going for the Power Whip, and now since I got the shield, I will be safe swapping into my own Jellicent over here, to which they have a counter for water type in the back, which I lure out, which is going to be a Lanturn, which is good for me because I don't want to face up this Lanturn with my Poliwrath over here. But since I'm a Jellicent, I can survive one Thunderbolt, but I let it go and I survived that, and they can farm me down from this scenario. But nevertheless, I will be going for a bit of chip damage with my Surf over here, which is huge, which is nice for me as well, because now I can easily come back with my own Ferrothorn and go for a hefty farm down over here, which I'm not sure if I could do so, because they will be able to get to the next Surf as well, which I predicted correctly, and I have to shield up this next move right now. So Surf will be doing enough damage right now to take me out, and nevertheless they switch out into a Steel over here, which is a good thing for me because now I can easily come back with my Poliwrath, get ahead on energy and boost up my attack with power up punches as well. And now I think this is a bit quick to be a Zap Cannon, but nevertheless I will still shield up because Focus Blast will also hurt me over here as well. So I'll be going for the next power up punch, even boosting up my attack, and they let it go. And to which the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Poliwrath of their own, and it is also Shadow variant as well. But since I've got my attacks boosted right now, I can easily go for one power up punch, which they shield, and now I can easily switch out into my own Ferrothorn, go for a snipe with power whips, getting the Poliwrath down, and they comes back with their Lanturn that gets down to the bullet seed, gives me the win for the battle here as well. GG's. Moving to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Quagsire, which is huge because Ferrothorn against Quagsire is quite a good lead, but Quagsire will be dealing neutral damage because of the part Steel type on my Ferrothorn over here. So they goes for the first Mud Bomb, but nevertheless I can survive that, and I can survive the next move as well. So now I'll let this next charge move go through, and I'll be going for back-to-back moves right now over here. So first Power Whip coming in, which does get shielded, and now I Oh yeah, which they let it go actually, and they comes back with their final Pokemon over here, which is going to be a Lanturn, and I save swap into my own Jellicent over here, which is good for me because Jellicent does a neutral damage with this Shadow Balls over here, which does so much damage. And now I can this next charge move. Oh yeah, I do shield this next charge move over here, and it was a Thunderbolt, which is huge. And now they does shield up the next Shadow Ball as well. And now I will letting this next charge move go through, which is going to be the Thunderbolt that takes me out over here, which I am fine with, which does not yeah, but now they will be going for the next Surf, which I was counting correctly, and it was the Surf, to which now the final Pokemon that they have access to is, I believe, going to be Escavalier, which is not appreciating this shadow boosted incoming counters, which is just adding up too quickly for them. And now I can easily go for the next move as well, that might draw out the final shield from my opponent's end, which it does. And now I can easily go for the farm down, which is going to be a simultaneous knockout. But since I've got my Ferrothorn in my back, I do get the game here as well. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Lanturn, which is huge for me, and I'll be safe swapping into my Jellicent because as they safe swapped into their own Escavalier over here. So Escavalier is going to be hard walled by my Jellicent over here, so that is the reason I will be going for a bit of extra farm over here. And this shield up the first Surf as well, which is huge because now I'll be going for the next Surf, which does add up, and it will be putting this Escavalier quite low, which is really great for me because now I can shield up one move and I can go for a farm down for a bit of extra energy for whatever they have in the back and they are incoming it with. So they comes back with their, I believe, the Lanturn. Yeah, they comes back with their Lanturn, and I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball over here. So 2 Shadow Balls to a full health Lanturn does knock it out with a bit of hex damage, which is huge because now they cannot farm me down with Sparks. I will be able to I'll be able to get to the next Shadow Ball as well, which does take it out. And the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Lucario over here, to which I'll be coming back with my Poliwrath. They concede the match as they have no win condition in this scenario. Moving on with the next battle, I pick up a lead. I actually forgot what the lead was, but the safe swapped out into their own Ferrothorn over here. So for Ferrothorn, I'll be shielding up the first Power Whip, and now I'll be going for a farm down over here if they're reaching the move before me, which they do. So I'll shield up one move, and now I'll be going for the farm down with power up punches over here. And let's see what they comes back in with. They comes back in with their Lanturn once again. So I'll be boosting up my attack with power up punches, and now I'm double boosted right now with my shadow boost damage as well, which is quite great because as you guys can see, these counters are really adding up, and I do get the final shield as well from this Lanturn, which is quite impressive. And they will be going for a Surf, which does not even knock me out, and they have to farm me down with Sparks, not before I can reach to the next move as well, which ends up being caught onto the Jellicent over here, which is a nice catch. But I have my Ferrothorn to handle both their Pokemons, which is going to be Lanturn and Jellicent as well. So I'll be coming back with my own Ferrothorn over here. I'll be going for the first Power Whip, which does super epic damage, and now I will be catching the next move onto my Jellicent, which I believe is going to be a Shadow Ball. But if it's a Shadow Ball, I don't care that, because one Shadow Ball does not take me out and I can easily go for the farm down, but not before they can reach to the next move. So this might be a Surf, which will not be able to knock me out, and I can easily survive that, and I can easily reach to the next Surf just before end time for them to go for the next move. or maybe farm me down and I do get the game over here as well. So this team was so much fun for me, and that will be all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.